to break it. TVC.
By unavoidable policy choices, including the removal of fuel subsidy that his administration has had to make. Remember what I told you here. Professor O'Rahman, the president of Afrexim Bank, one of the brightest in development economics in the world, told me that that was the best decision the president took in the oil industry. Notwithstanding the daunting challenges, ceaseless efforts are being made to cushion the immediate impact and to create new opportunities on the short, medium, long-term basis through diligent implementation of the renewed hope agenda. These policies and programs are being implemented for long-term solutions to these problems. They assure us all that in no distant time, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the trajectory of our socio-economic development will soar higher in the positive territory. In alignment with the mode of nation, therefore, I wish to inform you that the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, has approved that the 64th Independence celebration should be low-keyed. It is in this context that the program of events has been designed to remind us about our strength when we stay united. Progress despite the challenges, the beauty of our diversity, the quantum leap this administration has taken within the short period in office, and a beacon of a brighter future for all through the renewed hope agenda. I said the shortest period because you gave us a mandate, 4 years. We have just done 1 year. So we still have a long way to go. But I believe we have started very well. Before I unveil the approved program of activities, I wish to mention a few of the accomplishments of this administration that impacts on our citizens, their daily lives. Ministers are here. They will add flesh to the skeleton. Recently, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, followed through with his promises on easing transportation difficulties of our citizens with the establishment of the Presidential CNG Initiative and the launch of the first phase of buses powered by hybrid compressed natural gas. This was done at a villa. Beautiful buses for beautiful people. And it's just the beginning. This is work in progress because the presidential initiative is designed to expand across all geopolitical zones of the country and eventually to every state. The government has also commissioned the first retrofitted CNG train head for the Abuja-Kaduna track. This is intended to cut the cost of travel by up to 50% when fully operational. In order to encourage conversion to CNG power land transportation, government has also commenced the distribution of CNG conversion kits at no cost to Nigerians. We have a young man here who is in that sector and is part of the team carefully assembled to give effect to this presidential initiative. Share with us at appropriate time I will make a few comments. The benefits of CNG transport system to Nigerians is huge reduction in cost of transportation. The President has also given priority to the growth of the economy through the SMEs. By so doing, he has refocused on strengthening the backbone of the economy by empowering Nigerians to start or grow their businesses. The President has similarly repositioned the National Social Investment Program to effectively address the challenges facing the poor, the vulnerable, underserved, and the elderly. Nigerian workers have also benefited from a newly improved national minimum wage, which takes effect from July. The minimum wage, as you know, is 70,000 from 30,000, a huge leap. This is coming on the heels of the wage award paid to mitigate the plight of the workers. In the area of human capital development, the Nigerian Students' Loan Fund has disbursed the sum of 2.5 billion. Now it's ongoing. The Minister is here, education, to over 22,000 beneficiaries across high institutions in the country. It's a welcome release for parents and an opportunity to access education by indigent students. In particular, insecurity in different parts of the country has been a recurring challenge for successive governments since 1999. This administration has succeeded in elevating the human institutional capacity of the armed services and other security agencies to tackle these challenges of insurgency, banditry, and other criminal activities, including kidnapping. This is already yielding results, as insurgents and bandits are getting neutralized in large numbers, while several others are surrendering to the authorities for de-radicalization. The rainy season has similarly come and posed its own challenges. As a result of consequence of climate change and other environmental factors, the country has experienced flooding in several states, resulting in fatalities, destruction of infrastructure, personal belongings, shelter, livelihoods, and so on. The humanitarian response of the federal government has been swift and most effective. Government has drawn lessons from the current situation and stepped up planning and prevention strategies. One of the major issues and challenges facing Nigerians is rising food prices. And to boost food security, availability, and ensure affordability of food, government has removed tariffs on importation of certain categories of food stuff. In addition, government has distributed fertilizers, farm inputs, and other critical items to boost food production. These are some of the policies that are going to be taken up by the Honorable Minister or his representative. On a long-term perspective, infrastructural development remains one of the pillars of the Tinubu administration. Since his assumption of office, government has shown his resolve in completing ongoing projects and initiating new ones in key sectors. Transportation infrastructure, particularly railway and airport projects, have been prioritized to enhance connectivity, facilitate trade, and improve the overall quality of life for Nigerians. Having availed also some of these accomplishments, but it is endless. I don't wish to unveil the schedule for the 64th Independence Anniversary Anniversary celebration as follows. First event is what we're doing today, WordPress conference. 2 special Jummah prayers takes place on Friday the 27th of September. Interdenominational church service. And this one is going to take place, special Jummah prayers at the National Mosque here in Abuja. Interdenominational church service, 29th September, that's on Sunday, at the National Christian Center, Abuja. Presidential broadcast will be the 1st of October. 64th Independence Anniversary Parade, Tuesday 2, 1st October, the Presidential Villa. Ladies and gentlemen, I call on you as the members of the Fourth Estates of the Realm to support this administration by consolidating our partnership in order to reposition our country and bring hope and fulfillment to all and sundry. I remember what one journalist said in the past, that no matter the imperfections of democratic government, journalists go to bed without minding about midnight knocks. Nobody is going to knock at your door in spite of what you write against government. Also, I'm counting on your unalloyed support to publicize activities lined up to mark this year's independence anniversary, and please publicize the very, very positive things that this administration is doing, most of them in a most unprecedented manner. Let us therefore stand united, resilient and hopeful. I wish all Nigerians a happy 64th Independence anniversary in advance. We have here the robust team of ministers, special advisors, who will take your questions. All matters of policy, and they are equal to the task. I thank you for your attention, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I believe we can make the applause a bit louder for the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Thank you. Very distinguished members of the media, we've gotten to that segment of the press conference where we will ask questions, and the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation will tell us the format in which we take this segment.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, for that insight. Now, we are at the question and answer session, and this is how we want to proceed. You are seeing an array of the ministers here on the high table and those also on the front row. We will give room for about 5 questions. Members of the media can ask any of the ministers here questions on any area that they wish clarification or explanations for. Then the minister will use the opportunity to make these clarifications and further expansion where necessary. If the minister so desires, he can also bring in any of his official from his ministry or any head of agency to make further clarifications. But before we proceed, I have a very important announcement to make, and that is concerning our national anthem. You know that the current national anthem has 3 stanzas. At the last Federal Executive Council, a decision has already been taken, as it is with the tradition, that only the first stanza of the national anthem will be recited at events such as this one. It is only when you have events where the president is around or where you have national events like the Independence Anniversary that you take the entire 3 stanzas. But going forward, it is the first stanza of the 3 stanzas of the national anthem that will be recited at events such as this one. The second one is that the 3rd stanza of the national anthem is our national prayer. Our national prayer is being replaced by the 3rd stanza of the current national anthem. Recall that in the old national anthem that has 2 stanzas, the 2nd stanza used to be the national prayer. Now it is the 3rd stanza of the new national anthem that will serve as our national prayer. But the national pledge remains as it is. I think it is important that we make these clarifications out there. Of course, the National Orientation Agency that is saddled with the responsibility of that will continue to make further advocacy and enlightenment on this matter. Thank you very much. So let me come back to tell you that there will be opportunity for about 5 questions. You can ask any of the ministers here any question. They will answer you and use the opportunity to make further clarification. Over to you, MC.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. With that said, we know the drill. State your name, state your media outlet, and your question. 5 questions will be taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you very much. Please help me pass the microphone. Please, straight to the question, please. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the SGF, sir. My name is Emeka Wampa. I publish Nigerian Spokesman magazine. I have 2 questions. One for you, and the other one for the Minister of Water Resources. Your Excellency, sir, before your speech, the Minister of Information and National Orientation read his speech, and I counted the phrase "daunting challenges" in his speech. It came out 3 times, and somehow that same phrase came out in your own speech, "daunting challenges." And then going to your speech, the mood actually reflects what Nigerians are going through. And I want to report to you, sir, that before the beginning of this assignment, a few senior colleagues in the media, we had a chat among ourselves where we also reflected on the past of this nation, on the present of this nation. But we concluded that much as things may be terrible, we cannot give up on our nation. We will not give up on our nation. I want to ask, sir, these daunting challenges, looking at the relationship between the federal government and the state government, our governors, sir, I don't know what solution you have to our governors that are living large in spite of the huge allocation that's coming to them. the bulk of Nigerians, 30 million Nigerians, live in these states. And we believe, sir, on this side of the divide, that this government has demonstrated commitment to bring grassroots governance to where it should be. My question, sir.
Please get to the question.
My question, sir. We have looked at the Supreme Court June 11, 2024 ruling on the local government autonomy, which is one good thing that the federal government has done to take governance to the grassroots. So what would be your legacy in this direction without, sir, causing any kind of friction between the federal government and the state government?
Thank you very much.
I ask this question, sir, that we are in the structure of this nation right now. The president is a former governor. The vice president is a former governor. The Senate president is a former governor. And your humble self, sir, the SGF, you're a former governor. What do we do about our governors? I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Number 2, please. I think the punch. Please, let's stick straight to the question. Thank you.
My name is Adelani Adepegba. I write for The Punch. In July, the president announced the food import waiver to caution the high cost of food in Nigeria. That waiver for food importation. But till now, we've not seen anything. The last time we had was that the Minister of Finance was meeting, and they are yet to select the accredited importers. So we'd like to get an update from the minister. Secondly, a few weeks ago, the Minister of Education announced a bar on university admission for 18-year-olds, and this is a worrying issue for Nigerians. We'd like to know what the government is doing, whether they have taken a decision to prevent those who are under 18 from university admission. Then finally, sir, on the issue of fuel supply in Nigeria. A few weeks ago, the NNPC announced an increase in fuel, and yesterday, the presidency said the government is not going to intervene in the price of fuel being supplied by Dangote. Does this mean that if Dangote chose to sell at 1,300 per litre, the government would not make any intervention, considering the fact that fuel, the cost of fuel is very instrumental or very central to the cost of food and other services in Nigeria? Thank you.
Thank you. Number 3.
Good afternoon. My name is Yomi Odunoga. I write for the Nation newspaper. My question borders on food security. I don't know whether the Minister of Agriculture is there. In May, we were here, and we were told so many things about how to reduce the cost of food items in the market. As I stand there today, then the price of a bag of rice is about 80, 85. Today at the market, the price of local rice, a bag of rice local is 114,000 naira. And I wonder, we are going into December. I wonder, we are going into December. If you want to make the people happy, because let us be realistic, every time we come here, we get fantastic figures and all that. But the average Nigerians that we report to, they are not feeling the impact of this government. And we must say the truth. If we are going into December, even the 40,000 naira bag of rice that the government promised, I can assure you, sirs, that many people, many Nigerians don't have access to that 40,000 bag of rice. So I want to ask, what is going to happen between now and December? Because the waiver is till January. Is there any way the government can really help in making sure that whatever grains they have in the reserve get to those people that need them so that they can be happy? Instead of us talking about economic figures there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Number 4. Number 4. All right. Honorable Minister wants to intervene. Number 4, just hold on.
Gentlemen of the press, I please request that we pay attention to the questions and to the MC so that we can have one house. A situation where many people are also making remarks at the back will not help us. Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you, sir. Number 4.
Your Excellency, my name is Alhaji Sule, the National President of Nigerian Israeli Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture. My question goes to the Secretary to the government. We are the first to organize a trade fair, solid mineral trade fair for the private sector. I have a brochure which bears the name of the Secretary to the government. My next observation, among the achievement of the present president, he abolished and introduced a minister for solid mineral development, which is a very outstanding right. But what have we done with that establishment? Because now the present government has indicated that we will be at the United Nations. We are demanding for a permanent seat. And the only opportunity that we can get the seat is to develop our economy rightly. Otherwise, it will be a no-go area. I commend the government policy on the development of solid mineral, which will transcend to every local government in Nigeria, because we have solid mineral all over the 774 local government of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Number 5, Mr. Benga.
Good afternoon. My name is Benga Ashuru from Arise News. In my opinion, I've been watching the progress, the proceedings of this administration since its outset. And from my own perception, it's as if the nation is held hostage by two extant policies of the federal government. One is the removal of the fuel subsidy and the flotation of the naira. And when you look at the oil sector, the price of fuel, it was 197 by the time you took over, and now it is hovering within the range of 1,000 naira. I want to believe that you can imagine the effects of this on the masses. And also the introduction of the Dangote refinery coming into stream. What has the federal government done to ensure that we take full advantage of this? Because we have moribund refineries that our leaders are telling us that it's mechanically and technically ready. But up till now, it's yet to take off. So one would imagine that rather than reducing its stake in Dangote refinery, why is the federal government not using that investment in reviving the endless non-performing refineries to support the Dangote refinery to ensure that people benefit. We produce oil in this country, and it's a big paradox that we are not benefiting from the fact that we are producing. Before, we heard from the oil experts that the major reason is the landing cost. So from Dangote refinery now, there isn't anything like landing cost. So can you explain to us why Nigerians would continue to bear a huge cost in gaining access to fair?
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.